Hey pals, welcome back to 100 miles, 100 days on a $100 treadmill. Clearly today we're not on a $100 treadmill. We're in Olympia, Washington. I'm Tanya. That's my pal Chris. And today we're going to take a walk in the historical park of Tumwater. Okay, since we don't have our countdown on the treadmill today, we're going to count down on my little Fitbit here. So 3, 2, 1. Let's take a walk, pals. Okay, so this is a really nice paved path, obviously. And it's right next to the freeway and to the river in Olympia. And this is the base where the first brewery was here in Olympia. So we're gonna walk up. Actually, we can see right across the river right now the original brewery. We're gonna get, I think, a better view of it in another spot. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Thanks for coming along with us today, pals. We're catching a little bit of time in between rain today and before it gets too dark here, so hopefully we'll be able to get in that mile today. Let's take a walk. Well, that's just pretty with the sun coming out. Gorgeous, beautiful. Wish you were here. This is part of the reason that the brewery was built on this creek river here, because it's got a lot of power going through and they needed the hydroelectricity.
So what we'll soon see as we get through this bridge is the abandoned remains of the Olympic Brewery Company. Oh, you're right, Olympia Brewery Company. Oh my God, look at that waterfall. It is in a state of disrepair to the point where they have tried multiple times to refurbish it, get it jump started again. There's a lot of good infrastructure here. The problem is that for some reason or another, there are many different people that own different parts of this company, this building, and nobody can agree on what to do with it. So it's been decades. It's a bit of an eyesore. It's also an iconic eyesore. And look at that graffiti on the side. How do you think they did that?
From the top with ropes.
Yep. Very, very ambitious taggers. So what we see here is a huge amount of power, but what they have with that walkway there is the fish ladder, which is actually underneath the walkway. Where those people are standing down there is the fish ladder, and we will be walking over that soon enough. Yeah, very dangerous. I've never heard of anybody going kayaking down this thing. I suspect that it'd be far too dangerous. You're familiar with the whitewater.
I wouldn't go anywhere near that.
What do you think that is? Like a 5 or 6?
That's that's a 6 would be unrunnable. So yeah, it's a 6.
Okay, yeah, you're saying like instant death.
You
Understood.
could survive, but I don't know if I would want to try. I have known people who would be crazy enough to do it.
And oh yeah, you should look at the tattered remains of the Olympia Brewing Company. I mean, a lot of squatters have jumped in there. They try to keep the squatters out, but they keep getting back in there. They're dedicated. It's cool, huh? I mean, it's pretty in its destruction. All right.
I remember taking a tour of it when I was about 13 years old, and it was still open back then.
Wow.
Yeah. Ah, yes, and the tagline of Olympia Beer was "It's the water,"
That came from this very water right
and
here.
that came from the water in the. They used to say it was artesian water.
Deschutes River.
It is the Deschutes River. Okay, I was right to begin with.
Okay, here's where we started.
Uh-huh.
Walk. We were over here somewhere. Okay,
We're here. There's the
Great.
upper
Great, so
falls
we're
and
on-
the fish.
Riverwalk. Oh no, we're here. We went under those bridges. Yep, salmon hatchery. So we're like in this area now.
Yeah.
And we'll walk over here to the salmon hatchery, and you can see.
All right, and we are gonna now come down and
Hydrate.
hydrate. Thank you. So we're coming into the area that is the fish hatchery. And doesn't look like anything's going right now because it's not spawning season. It's the middle of winter. So we'll take a look over the edge and just see what's going on here.
For the next round.
All empty. Okay, so this is coming down below those tanks we were just looking at. And during spawning season, when the fish are in here, these would be full. These tanks would be full, and you can actually see kind of like a live aquarium where the fish are swimming through. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a 2025 return info. The Chinook and other species. We got Chinook and Coho that come through here.
So this gives you a time frame.
So yeah, it says that the egg taking and fish handling take place on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting September 20th. The salmon start returning September through mid-October. So we're here in December, so we're past the return time. They'll be back. They always are.
So as we walk over this next part, if you look down, we're actually walking over the fish ladder itself. So water is zigzagged back and forth enough so fish can get up the falls without trying to swim up the falls. You can see little doorways there. And they have a little resting area over on the side here so they could get past this doorway.
Creating eddies.
Yep, and fish are like loving eddies. So this allows them to get up the hill because naturally I don't think they could make it up this waterfall. It's too high. Yeah, look how aggressive it gets now. Yeah, so I'm holding on to this with dear life. But yeah, you can see how it swirls around. So fish will take a break there after they get through this doorway. So the amount of power and force in this waterfall is hard to comprehend, I guess, for someone who's not a hydraulic engineer. But I'd say that's a metric butt ton per second. Let's look at that. Because the state has received a huge amount of waterfall for the last couple of weeks, basically called an atmospheric river, this is the result of that. This is not normally this aggressive of a waterfalls, but with all that weather and the rain and the liquid sunshine, it makes its way to the rivers, and the rivers are making its way to these waterfalls here. This unnerves me to no end about all this water pressure hitting this flimsy looking cement wall. I suspect we're safe, but my gosh.
And this water is so big. I have to keep stopping, making sure I've got a good spot to stand so that I don't slip on any of these grates over here and drop myself and throw my camera in the water. That's not what we want to do today.
That's a lot of water.
That's a lot of water. That is a lot of water.
It's splashing up over the walls over
we're getting like sea mist up
Yeah.
up here. So all right, so with Chris's measuring distance, we've gone 0.64 miles. So we have a little bit farther to go, pals. All right, so let's keep going because we've got a little bit farther to go to get our mile in today. Woo.
So what are your thoughts so far on this adventure?
It's a lot easier to even walk outside right now than it was 2 weeks ago, so that's pretty cool. Pretty amazing, pals. And clearly, by the time we get back to our car, we will have gone more than a mile. So this is pretty great stuff.
Yeah. As we get on this side of the trail, you'll notice that these weird outcroppings here. Well, that one's a tree, but there's one down here where it's like some kind of, what's the religious, it's not an altar. Grotto, yes.
Yeah, we had a lot of flooding recently.
A lot of flooding. Here's the grotto. That was hand built. Yeah, it's really pretty, and this has definitely been created by man's hands. You can see how water used to come over the side over here. So maybe when the water's heavy, it would go from two different places.
Here's another one. Chris has to go exploring. It's been raining all day, and once we got up here, the weather cleared and the light came out. You can tell by the fact that my glasses have photosynthesized. And but yeah, so when we headed out, we thought, well, there's a lot of locals walking today, so if the Washingtonians are thinking that it's a good time to come walking, then we're pretty safe. I mean, it is the Pacific Northwest and we're all used to the rain, but contrary to popular belief, we don't all have webbed feet. Oh my God, you guys, this trail is just gorgeous. Like, this is some Middle Earth stuff right here. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Like you can just see the hobbits hiding from the Nazgul right there.
If this is a video game, secret entrance is right there.
Right there? Yeah, seriously. You just have to knock in the right combination to get in. Speak, friend, and enter. This is so cool because it's like concreted in, but it fits right in with the natural landscape. So cool. Chris said the last time he was here, this was actually dry, so he didn't get to see all these little waterfalls. Big old bench to sit at. Not gonna do it because it's soaking wet. Gonna head down these stairs, and Chris tells me there's a surprise at the bottom of these stairs here. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, that's so cool. Just hundreds of locks. That's so cool. It's like people have actually, had locks specially made, or they've written their names on it and come down here, and I guess that means that it probably, I'm guessing that it means that if you put a lock on here that you're locked for life.
Yeah, it's a love lock.
A love lock.
Yeah.
Did you bring me a love lock?
Hydrate.
I guess that's a no. Dang it. We'll have to do that next time. That is beautiful. If you didn't know, there's no swimming. And you can see the mist coming off of the amount of water that's moving through here. So we're getting wet as though it's raining, but it's not raining.
So the end of the other fish ladder, there are two of them.
Oh yeah. Here's some more of the fish ladder. Okay, and there is the old brewery, the brick brewery. It was the original one. Okay, this just cracks me up. I mean, you're in the Pacific Northwest when there are drains set up because it rains all the time and they don't want it right in the pathway. Awesome. Okay, pals. We're closing in on it. We just came up a big hill. There it is, 1 mile. Woohoo! Good job, pals.
We made it.
Yay! I have no Disney ears to share with you today. Okay, pals. Thanks for coming along on the 1 mile walk today. I know we didn't do the treadmill, but I hope this was just as good. I think it might have been a little better.
The earth was a
I'm
treadmill.
Tanya. That's the old brewery. See you tomorrow, pals. Don't be concerned.